It looks cold, it is cold, and it feels even colder. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Kim Castro. This is an extended look at your weather forecast. The Arctic air is here, and it's been drug in with quite a bit of wind. So 40 degrees actually feels like 31 throughout the day. Whatever the temperature reading is, you could shave off at least 5 to 10 degrees. That is because that north breeze sustained at around 15, even 20 miles an hour. Gusts will get up and over 20 to 25 miles an hour, and that continues until about 5 o'clock. By 6, wind is still around, but those gusts won't be quite as strong. Now, the cold air is with us throughout the rest of the week. High temperatures are only going to max out in the 40s. Notice average temperature for this time of year should be 63 degrees. We do see relief from the bitterly cold air as we go into the weekend and next week, but until then, we've got to watch for the cold air. And yes, the possibility of precipitation. That's going to be a concern, especially during the morning hours when those temperatures are either sub-freezing or very close to freezing. In the time frame that we're going to see the most moisture slung in our direction will be Thursday to Friday. Notice temperatures at that point are a safe distance away from the 32 freezing marker. So I think that 90% chance that we got on Thursday is mainly going to be for cold rain. However, if there's any travel that you have penciled in Thursday into early Friday, that is going to be an issue because I know there's that big game happening in Dallas, and a lot of us are going to be wanting to head up north. Unfortunately, the further north that you go, the worse the situation is going to get. So both of the long-range models, the European and the American, have a pretty good consensus. They're lining up very well as to the breakdown of precipitation types that we're going to see across the state. So for us here in Southeast Texas, Houston, it's looking like cold rain. Temperatures are not going to be cold enough to support a wintry mix or the potential for snow. Now, if you're in Waco, Austin, and San Antonio, it looks like that threat of freezing rain or sleet, the mix, is going to be right on top of you. Could this slide down a little further south to impact some of our northern cities and counties like Huntsville, Bryan College Station? Yes, that's a possibility, definitely. But I think that's a safe distance away from downtown. Now, a little further north, Dallas-Fort Worth, Abilene, the Panhandle. Snow. They will be cold enough, and they'll be cold enough for an extended period of time. So it looks like they might be dealing with accumulation of snow. So not just a couple of flurries, but maybe a decent amount of snow. I'll show you those forecast totals here in a second. That continues through Thursday afternoon and evening. Now we're looking at a snapshot of 2:30 overnight. This is Thursday into Friday. Dallas still showing that threat for more of the winter weather. American model, I'll stop the clock there for you Thursday evening so you could just see the breakdown and how similar it is. Cold rain for Southeast Texas. The closer you get to Central Texas, along the I-35 corridor, it's possible that this pink slides a little further down, and Austin and San Antonio could see that threat for freezing rain, which is dangerous to drive on, and then the accumulation for Dallas-Fort Worth and into the Panhandle. That, again, will be something that we need to monitor at least through Friday morning, maybe as late as or the early afternoon hours. Thursday snapshot, just to recap it, heavy rain. We're all going to see precipitation, but what kind of precip is going to be contingent on the temperature, of course. So mainly snow, an icy mix for Central Texas, and then heavy rain for Southeast and South Texas. The European accumulation, which I was warning about, shows a considerable amount of snow for Dallas, half a foot. 6.5 inches, and then the American isn't too far off from this either. Waco, maybe even seeing some accumulation there as far south as there. Austin could see some flurries too. That's what the European is thinking. And then Abilene to the Panhandle, Midland, a few inches to watch for. So we'll be tracking this every model run, and certainly as we get closer to Thursday. So watch for the updates tomorrow, watch for the updates on Wednesday, then we'll have a better gauge as to what kind of impacts we'll see from this type of a weather event that we're typically not prepped for. Morning temperatures, Monday, were like this. We dipped down below freezing pretty much everywhere. Galveston, just 2 degrees above freezing, right at the freezing marker for Pearland, for Angleton, Palacios, Sugar Land, Wharton, 30 degrees. Sub-freezing for Bush, for Hobby, and then in the 20s for College Station, for Tomball, Conroe, and Huntsville. Temperatures this afternoon, still pretty chilly. Upper 30s to low 40s for the lunch hour. This is near Hockley. And then within the loop, Rice Military, River Oaks, Sackett Street to Maxey Street, a few degree fluctuation there, but that 45 that you saw, I think that's pretty much it for high temperatures today. A huge change from yesterday. So a 38 degree drop for the lunch hour at Bush Intercontinental Airport. The breeze out of the north, that is a cold, cold breeze that makes it feel much colder than this actual air temperature. So the high makes it up to 46 degrees for today, but plan on it feeling like 39 for the warmest spot today. So that's at 3 o'clock under clear skies. Overnight forecast tonight, very similar to yesterday, although the feeling this morning got down into the teens. I think the feeling tomorrow morning will be slightly better just because the wind kicks back a little bit. So 31 degrees in the Heights and in Montrose, Brookhaven 31. If you're in Aldine, waking up tomorrow morning, it's 30. Jersey Village also 30. Pasadena 31. 30 at Bush, and the 20s for Conroe, Navasota, Brenham 25 degrees. Clear today, clear tomorrow, only a 20% chance for an isolated spot of moisture on Wednesday morning. And because we're going to be really cold waking up Wednesday morning, if we do see any precip, it could come by way of a flurry or two. So it's not out of the question that the Southeast Texas region doesn't see flurries, okay? So just keep that in mind. If there's moisture and the temperature is just right, if those two line up, then we will definitely be watching for that. But all in all, because most of the moisture is going to move towards us on Thursday when we're not as cold here in Southeast Texas, it's looking like cold rain. So this is the first look at the short range high resolution model. So this is a little bit more precise than the global models, the European and the GFS, but still very similar picture to what we were looking at before. So Tyler to Waco, Austin, San Antonio, the pink meaning freezing rain, sleet, and then Dallas, Fort Worth to the Panhandle, snow, and snow that could accumulate. Your 7-day forecast wraps up like this. So we are very cold all of this work week. Temperatures waking up tomorrow morning again, sub-freezing, close to freezing on Wednesday with a 20% chance for some precipitation in the vicinity. Means you could see a flurry or two, especially if you live up near Huntsville. Thursday, notice morning lows are a safe distance away from freezing, and so are the high temperatures. So it's just mainly going to be a cold rain. It's kind of a miserable day. Friday morning, we're going to start to see those isolated showers wrapping up, and then by this weekend, the cold blast moves away. It's still chilly, but not bitterly cold like it is right now.